Hello. Today on DIY with Chris. Hello everyone, today we're doing some product reviews. Right now we're focusing on the Craftsman table saw. So this particular item is the 10-inch table saw with laser track. Some of the basic features that we're looking at on top as we walk around the product is, first off, looking up front just in our center area, we do have our tool right here. There's a lock on it, so I actually have to twist left on this knob in order to adjust it. So I loosen that up, and then that'll allow me, I have to push this in, and then this will allow me to turn it. So this right now, as I'm adjusting it, is turning the angle currently. And it does have a gauge on here as well that tells me what degree it's at. And it goes from 0 to 45 degrees. And again, it tilts to the left as we're looking at it. So we're going to lock it back in place. Next things we're going to see right here is I don't have it plugged in, but we do have the on-off switch. So if I flip that off, if I flip this up, then it'll turn it on. Down is off, and we also have the safety key. The yellow portion comes out, and you wouldn't be able to turn it on or off now. But we'll put that back in. And right above that, we do have a reset button as well. So those are some of the features that are just right up front, right off. If we come up to the tabletop, what you're going to see is we do have a nice surface. I'm not worried about scratching this up or anything. It's definitely a project tool. I know some people really like to keep their table saws all clean and spiffy and whatnot, but we actually use ours for working, so we don't worry about those scratches and stuff. So we can, right here, if you look on either side, there's going to be a clamp, so we just flip that up. And that's going to allow us to extend out. We have these extensions, and it's the same thing on the other side. There's also a ruler that goes right over here, so we can measure the distance from the blade. So that will extend out. Pull it forward a little bit more, and you can kind of see how far it'll extend. So it comes all the way out to there, and it does the exact same distance on both sides as well. So you can get quite a big surface here if you have larger boards. And then when we're not using it, we just put it back in, clamp it down. Same thing for the other side. For our main components that we're actually looking at right here, we do have this guard fence. And if we pull that up, it'll actually sit right there. And the way we get it down is we do just have to kind of pull it apart, offset it, and it'll come right back down. But this allows us to kind of work with some of the components down here or whatnot and adjust them and just have that out of the way. Alright, so this item right here comes all the way off. It's just this red button and you press that, and then it'll actually release it from the place. And this is your actual laser. So it does have this button right on top, and it is battery powered, so I can turn that on right now, and the laser is actually going. You can kind of see it on my hand and whatnot, so it is a really great laser. You do have to adjust it, being that this component does come off, so I've had to adjust it multiple times to make sure that it was lined up the way we needed it. Next part right here is we do have our piece that connects our laser on it and everything, and then we also have our teeth on the back to try and catch any runaway wood. So lots of additional safety features on this, which I love, because when you start getting into these larger tools, definitely like being safer. And so there's a lot of stuff built into this to make sure that your injury is going to be prevented. Just kind of some preventive maintenance, and keeps your hands out of there. Lots of guards keeping your hands away from the actual blades themselves. So that's really great. If we look on the back side here, there's also another extension here. So it goes out there. It goes out probably about a foot extension is what it looks like. And then that'll just catch your pieces as it comes off the back end as well. The only thing that we actually have on the back side other than that is there is a spool that you can actually wrap your extension cord or just the regular cord up on while you're not using it. Or if you're close to your piece of to your outlets, that you don't have to use it all. As we come down here, some of the additional things that we do have is this comes with a push stick here on the side. Show you all as well. So there's the push stick. Then we have the miter gauge. And the last thing is we have our rip fence. So all of these items can easily be stored right here on the side. It's just one attachment that you put on when you initially install everything and put it together. This item probably took me about 30 minutes to an hour because of all the bolts and everything and safety features that it uses. You do have to adjust your miter gauge to a certain degree in order to have it fit in there with all the other pieces. Another good thing about this is if you look right here in the corners, you can see these yellow and red tabs. And so I can flip this up, and this is on all four corners, and we can detach this main table saw from the base and take it with us. It is portable. On the base here, if you look in between, we see this bag that's sitting down here. And so this is a dust collection bag, and it has quite a bit of dust already in there. We can probably dump that out pretty soon here. And then as we get down all the way, what we're going to find is just on one side, we have the wheels. And so it makes it a lot easier to take across the shop. So all we have to do is tilt it up and we can roll it along. So it is kind of nice for that. It makes it a little bit more portable as well. Alright, we can get into some of the product details at this point. We had also purchased this from Sears. The list price on it was $350. We got it for around $240 while it was on sale. And this is the Craftsman 10-inch table saw with laser track. The actual number on it is the 21807 table saw. The description for this is the Craftsman 21807 table saw, precision, speed, and clean cut with every pass. Ripping sheets of plywood, slotting boards, and building perfect boxes, a solid table saw is the center of any shop and strong support for countless projects, which is why the Craftsman 21807 is loaded with features. Line up every cut with a laser track guidance system and use a smooth gliding T-slot miter gauge and 10-inch carbide tipped blade to slice perfect angles. No matter what kind of work you've got ahead, this table saw is ready to lend a hand. Perfect for long work pieces, the Craftsman table saw features an extendable outfeed support that gives you more control so you can focus on smooth feeding. And if you've got a wide cut to make, the extendable support tables and quick moving fence allow you to rip sheets up to 24 inches wide in one smooth, fast motion. Stable as can be, the wide base of this machine handles heavy pieces with ease. A solid fixture to any shop, but always ready to move, this table saw detaches from its base for portability that will keep it moving with you every time duty calls. Dependable, durable, and ready to get the job done fast. Add this saw to your arsenal and tackle any job with cuts that can't be matched. Dimensions on this, as listed, were 58 by 34.5 by 35 inches. The weight is 63.8 pounds, and the colors are the traditional Craftsman red and black. Does have the silver in there too. Ratings were on Amazon. It has a 2.5-star rating from 11 views. Not sure exactly what happened there. And then Sears has a 4-star rating, average from 301 views. This is not a large table saw that's meant for a lot of heavy duty working, but we have cut large pieces of plywood on it. We actually built a twin bed for our son, had a lot of cuts for drawers and for main base pieces, the supports and everything. This was the tool that we used for most of those pieces and for most of those cuts. And it did a great job. I didn't have any issues with it. It handled every piece just fine, no matter how big or small it was. And it was a great addition to our actual shop right here, especially due to the compact size. Also being able to extend out and be able to take those larger pieces. So it's really great. The contents, full kit includes a 36-tooth carbide tipped saw blade, 2 AAA batteries, dust bag, blade wrenches, and push stick. Craftsman saw 15-amp motor delivers 5,000 RPMs for smooth, fast rips and cuts. Dual roller wheels means more job site and more shop portability. Laser track delivers precision, accuracy, and speedy cuts. A pair of table side extensions delivers cuts up to 24 inches wide. The dust collection bag removes and empties fast. The dust collection bag is just on there by a couple hooks, so it just sits on there with hooks. It is really easy to get on and off. An outfeed extension supports the long pieces easily. Miter gauge is indexed every 15 degrees for fast, accurate cutting, and an onboard storage accommodates rip vents and the miter gauge, along with the push stick that's on there. So this is great for any of our projects. I definitely wouldn't have went any smaller of a table saw. Some construction site portable saws that have a collapsible base and whatnot is what we were looking at in addition to this, but we definitely chose this one due to the price and the size and the both compact ability with the ability to move coming off the base and everything, and as well as the fact that it can also expand out and take larger boards. So this is kind of the best of all the worlds for us, just to keep in our shop. We aren't going to be taking it out on a lot of job sites or whatnot, so if we were at that point, we might look at another one, and you'd have to keep that in mind for you. But for our smaller area, this was a great fit for us. And I don't need a larger one because this is taking all the pieces of wood we throw at it just fine, has a great motor in it, and it's taking everything with stride, so no issues. We definitely get another one. We really like this table saw. If you have any questions regarding this, please let us know. We do have a clip of us using this while we were actually building the twin bed that we were talking about earlier. And if you like our videos, please share them, leave us some comments, and have a great day. Thanks.
DIY with Chris. giving you the tools to do it yourself.
DIY with Chris, giving you the tools to do it yourself.